Hi Capricorn, welcome to your June 2017 Astro Update. It's Rena here. So it looks to me like a lot of energy is concentrated around your 7th house of partnership. The sun goes there on the 21st, and that is at solstice time in the sign of Cancer. There's a new moon in this sector 2 days later. And there's also Mars going in there way before at the beginning of the month on the 4th of June. And Mars in the 7th house can indicate some kind of conflict in your marriage, or at least an enlivening of things. So for instance, perhaps you both have been busy with work or something like that, because you do have Jupiter in the 10th house of career, which I will get to in a moment. But maybe you've been really busy with your work stuff, and now you can do more activities together. And so that could be a positive thing. But for other people, there could be some kind of issues that come up, contention. And so that's why there's so much energy surrounding this area. But I think that it could be very positive. Maybe, you know, your sex life starts to go on fire because Mars can be the libido. So it can be something very nice. And because the sun is there on the 21st, and the new moon a couple of days later, there could be a new beginning. Maybe your relationship goes into a different phase. You know, anyone who's had a long-term relationship knows that there are different phases of your relationship. And sometimes you have periods where there may be a lot going on, and so you're not necessarily doing activities together. If you can remain aware of that, cognizant about the fact that there are like different seasons of life, you can really weather that. You know, some people who have children get freaked out because they are so consumed with the task at the very beginning that, you know, they're tired. The baby may be waking up several times, that they may think that they are growing apart when actually they're just having this stressor, this new experience, and that kind of shifts things, as life tends to do. But if you can weather these storms, you can really solidify your relationship. So that is emphasized for you. But let me get to that career stuff, because you are the 10th house. You rule the 10th house, Capricorn. You are the career house. The 10th house is the house of career. It's the house of your public reputation. That might be a bit redundant, because your reputation in the world is your, public. So anyway, Jupiter has been transing this house for almost a year, and it went retrograde in February. So even though Jupiter is such a great influence altogether, and it signifies expansion and luck, and wherever it travels in your astrological chart, it can bless that area in a similar way that Venus does. So money could be involved as well, but definitely expansion. So, you know, if you have Jupiter in the 10th house, you could have a promotion, a raise. If you work for yourself, you could have recognition. And when there's a retrograde period, there is review, but Jupiter tends to still bless that house. So you might not have seen like your career grinding to a halt, but things might have kind of slowed down a bit. After June 9th, you might see an increase. And it will take time, because Jupiter is a slower moving planet, for it to get back to its original degree when it retrograded, but it still is going to be forward moving. And on that same day, there's going to be a full moon in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is your 12th house, and this is the most hidden house. It's the house of dreams, of past lives, of buried memories. It's like your mental health. And so you may have a very active dream life around this time. It can be a time of discovery. Maybe you have a realization of something that you've kind of shoved under the rug, so to speak. And that can be, I don't know, liberating, but it can be a bit unnerving, depending on what it is. Maybe it's something to do with all of your life so far. You realize that you've acted a certain way because of a certain event in your life. And so whatever it is for you, just understand that it can be a very enlightening time. It's a great time to get rid of addictions. The 12th house can be about addictions, and the full moon can bring about purging, detox. So that's actually very good, I think. Mercury will be going from Taurus to Gemini. So this means your 5th to 6th house. And this is happening from, okay, so this is on the 6th. I had not erased a former sign's information, so I'm kind of ad-libbing here. Well, what is happening is that with Mercury in the 5th house, for almost the first week of the month, you may have been talking to someone in a new love situation, because the 5th house is the house of romance. And you also may have been, and by the way, there was a retrograde in this 5th house. So you may have been talking to somebody, and you had something, not necessarily a falling out, but there may have been some reason why you could not communicate, and now you have Mercury's gone direct, and the conversation or thoughts turn to your 6th house of your daily routine, your health, and your workplace. Okay, so Mercury in the 6th house can bring some sort of focus on matters of diet. You know, Mercury rules the 6th house, actually, in the sign of Virgo in the universal chart. And there can be research done, there can be books read, you may be just kind of gathering information, which is research, and even like maybe thinking, you know, what do I want to do to improve my health in the meantime? Or maybe for some people it's not that. Maybe for some people you are having some kind of discussions with your people at work. Maybe there is some kind of thing that you need to deal with, because Mars has recently come out of that house, okay? So there might have been conflicts with your coworkers, and now there is some kind of communication that is happening. Maybe you're trying to set things right in that sense, but you may be working for yourself, and this may be more of an issue of how do I want to structure my daily life to make my routine more productive. Venus has recently been in your 4th house of home and family in the sign of Aries, and is going into the 5th house on the same day that Mercury goes into 6th, okay? So with Venus in the 5th house, this can bring love. So again, look at the pattern here. Mercury in the 5th house, talking to somebody. Venus in love with somebody, okay? Now, Is this going to be true for 100% of you? Maybe not. Maybe you're an artist and the Mercury, the thought was going into a creative project, and Venus in the 5th house is you having that vision and actually creating the work of art. Venus can bring money. So in the 5th house, this can be money connected to creativity, money so that you can have fun and games. Maybe you're going to go on vacation. Maybe you're just going to relax. Venus is definitely comfortable in this house and can help you to attract the money to do fun things, concerts, plays, anything artistic, but also anything like sports, anything that you enjoy. And so the final thing I wanted to mention is that there is going to be, well, I shouldn't say there is going to be, the North Node recently went into Leo in May, and in June it will be, why am I saying this like it's any place different? For the next 18 months it's going to be in Leo. So this is your, gosh, I got my screen mixed up. This is your 8th house of other people's money. The extensive version of, or description of the 8th house is sex, death, and other people's money. So with the North Node there is some kind of serendipity or fated events that I feel are part of your plan, your life's plan. So I see them as lucky that connect with these issues. It could be that you fall in love with somebody, but it's at that soul level. So it might be a soulmate kind of relationship. And watch for your dreams at that full moon, Capricorn, because it could have something to do with it revealing to you maybe a love partner, because you do have this love energy happening for you this month. So it could give you guidance about who it is that is really touching your soul. You might have a desire to study metaphysics, and this is part of your life's plan, maybe even part of your career plans, but at a more spiritual level. And it's always possible that some of you receive an inheritance that can open doors for you and give you more opportunities to do the kind of things that you came here to do. And maybe it doesn't even have to be someone passing where you get this. Other people's money, you get money, you just get it. And of course, Capricorn is an earth sign, and as such, you tend to attract the Benjamins, as you will, to you in one way or the other. So I wish you all the best in June, Capricorn. If you'd like a personalized reading using your natal chart, I have natal chart interpretations on sale, other readings. Please either go to RenaMoonAstrology.com or click on the link below to my site, and God bless you. Bye.